going to come down to the final corner, turn 14, the right-hander. Then they fire it out of the corner onto the relatively short home straight, but it still allows slipstream, as you can see there, as Mitani makes his way underneath Ozawa. Or does he know just about Ozawa? Late on the brakes, but Mitani's going to have the inside line block Ozawa's route onto the apex at turn 2. They're still side by side, but Mitani's got the job done so far, but how long for?
Another fastest lap from Pratama out front, and he's in a world of his own, and that's the racing we want to see. Hard but clean, and we've got Shinya Ozawa and Ogiwara waiting for their moment to strike. Will Odaki fight back on the inside?
Talent Cup is a fast left-hander. We don't see it all too often across the other classes, but the riders come through turn 6 at full pelt and then hard on the anchors through to turn 7, the left-hander. It is the number 21 of Ozawa and the number 16 of Ogiwara. They know that this is the last lap. Pratama well on his way to victory, as I say, on the number 7 machine, and we are rightly focusing on the Japanese white, the quartet of Japanese riders fighting for 2 places on the podium.
Here comes Mitani then, down the front straight. Will he make a move, stick into second? No, Otaki goes a little bit wider, but holds onto second position. Ozawa and Ogiwara then swarming all over the 2 ahead of them as they look to get themselves onto the podium. As we said, look at Pratama.
Some demoted positions here in the Asia Talent Cup. That's not what we wanted to see, but we'll concentrate on the racing that's in front of us for now. So far, it's the number 14 of Odaki who leads the second place fight, but will it be for long? We're coming up to turn 7 we soon. So many passing manoeuvres down into turn
Mitani
7.
Up the inside.
Not quite this time around, but you can bet your bottom dollar that that's not going to be the final manoeuvre that Mitani is fancying in this lap. We're coming now up to turn 9, V corner. Is there going to be any moves made this time around? No, there's not quite.
Yeah, Ozawa still at the back of this group, but Odaki is brilliant on the brakes as Ogiwara is holding on as well to 3rd position. Where is Mitani going to get his chance? Only a few corners remaining as we enter into the final sector. Can Mitani get himself back into it, or even Ozawa at this stage? He's just been lurking at the back of this group. I feel something might come in that last corner, last couple of corners, with a few hard turning and hard braking. As we look at Mitani firing it down the inside, will he make it stick this time? Oh, he's on the inside. There's 2 and he's out of the seat. Oh, Mitani is now into 2nd position, but Odaki's going to fight back.
That's close.
And it's Ozawa. It's elbows out. Here we go, El.
Yeah, final corner. It's perfection from Pratama on the number 7 machine. He takes victory, but who is going to take 2nd place? The number 2 of Mitani crosses the line in 2nd place, but we've got to watch out for track limits. Didn't quite see who was 3rd. Let's look to the time screens. It was Odaki who won the race to the line for the final spot on the podium. Ogiwara crossed the line 4th with Azara, the number 21, down in 5th. Drama then down at turn 11. On the exit of turn 11, it was very, very close through there and under the bridge at turn 12. We're going to have to wait for some results to come through. It's Pratama, Mitani and Odaki on the podium as things stand. Pratama will be your race winner of that, there is no doubt, but we had some exceeding track limits on the final lap from, I think, maybe all 4 riders, so it's going to be interesting to see how the stewards decipher that one. But what a race. We did say it was all going to come down to turn 11, Chris, and that it did.
Yeah, you called it before the race. It was perfection from Pratama. 3-second advantage in the end, but that battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Wears out of the seat and last corner overtakes. Turn 11 took full advantage.
Down on victory, but that is his best result so far this season. Of course, a rookie, his best result in the... I might be completely wrong, but the exit of turn 4 was. And then we have a replay then of the final lap. Eamon Odaki hard on the anchors on the number 14. It's not the first time he got it out of shape down there into turn 11. And he runs obviously very wide indeed. Then tries to get the cut back. I think he runs onto the curb. Yes, he does. He just goes out of shot there. We're going to pick it up here. So number 14 of Odaki. Okay, so that's not the last lap then. That was earlier on in the race. I thought we were getting a replay of the last lap, but that wasn't to be. Here it is then running onto the paint. Mitani, of course, who finished 2nd, and Ozawa. You're right, Chris. So they ran onto the green on the last lap, and if you run onto the green on the last lap, you are demoted 1 position automatically. So here it is, the last lap down into turn 11. The number 16 there of Ogiwara You can see them there slamming it down the gearbox. Great slow-mos there with the riders at work. And then Agara, yeah, they just both run. The other two riders who didn't, oh, look at that from Ogiwara.
Coming back up onto the curb, I said it was Izawa, in fact it was Ogiwara. And wow, he's managed to hold on there, because that might not look like much on the screen, but those bumps are big, and going at that speed will throw you out of the seat.
Yeah, it was Idaki as well who got out of the seat just behind Ogiwara. It cost Ogiwara a podium, but as we've just seen, this is your final podium of no dispute, though, is your race winner, Chris. Veda Pratama coming from outside of row 2, 6th on the grid for Veda Pratama. It was nearly 7/10 off in qualifying, so it was, as we were discussing earlier, Chris, that you can't look too much into qualifying. Obviously, the riders who qualify up towards the sharp end of the grid tend to be the ones from the riders on the opening few laps piling their way down into turn 11. Pratama there, the eventual race winner on the number 7 machine, hard on the anchors. Idaki there on the number 14 bike, also hard on the anchors. Matani on the number 2 machine as well. Some spectacular slow-mo shots made even better by the setting sun here in Motegi. Won't get the same shot as you were across the line. Veda Pratama wins from Zen Matani and Eamon Idaki. What a fight it was in the podium fight. Ryota Ogiwara claims 4th, with Shinya Ozawa just missing out on the podium in 5th. Suti, sorry, in 9th place. The cut-off in 2023. Pratama extends his lead to 15 points over Takahira. They were level on points coming into this race, and now they're 15 points. Ogiwara is 4th, and Idaki rounds out the top 5. Idaki and Fuetazan in 5th and 6th, level on points on 20. And what a treat for the Asia Talent Cup riders. Hopefully the first of many that they'll be standing on, starting out in their careers. And as I say, hopefully it looks like 3 of these riders. And like I say, race, forget about that. You're going to want to tune in if race 1 is anything to go by. You'll be seeing all these riders group just as they were today. Hopefully they've packed some room in their zone with them. They'll be the first ones that they'll collect on this tour of Asia, following around the Moto GP paddocks, and all 3 of them, we're hoping that's the first of many, of course, as we get set to complete the in 2023. We head on to Indonesia, of course, then it's Malaysia, and then it's Qatar. Of your race winner, Pratama. Great to hear the Indonesian national anthem ringing around the Mobility Resort Motegi for Veda Pratama. The Indonesian.
Yeah, absolutely. We've heard it a couple of times as well in recent years, and let's hope we keep hearing it going forward on the World Championship circuit.
Certainly hope so, Chris. Of race 1 here in Motegi. Idaki from pole position didn't get away well. The shake of the head once he'd realised he'd not got the launch, and then drama unfolded. Nicholas running into the back of some of the riders, and then a